Hey guys, welcome to Let's Read podcast. Today is our second episode, our second session of Your Voice with Chunaa. Kama kawaida, I want to say thank you to each and everyone who has been supporting us kuanzia mwaka jana mpaka sasa. Social media pages zetu ni @Let's Voice podcast, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify. And kama kawaida, Your Voice, it is a platform where we are trying to give a platform to hear people's voice, their journey, stories zake, ndo tupate kufanya nini akubadilisha mtazamo wa msikilizaji ama mtazamaji pale nje. Kama kawaida, I'll be your host for today, Chunaa, na huwa siku peke yangu ya voice, wa lazima niwe na mgeni. And let me give her, she is a coach, a life coach, a mentor, a sister and everything. Kwanza lakini let me give her a chance ajieleze yeye ni nani into details. Hi mama. Hi. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Finally tumeonana. Nilikuwa nakutafuta siku nyingi lakini semi tu. So tell us kindly, wewe ni nani na unajishughulisha na nini?
Okay, so mimi najulikana kama Coach Tima, but kwa majina ni Fatma Hassan. A life coach, but I like to say I'm a transitional coach. So I mostly work with women and empower them to go on a journey of self-discovery. Kujijua, kujitambua, to understand what you want in life. And at the same time, I'm the co-founder of Mombasa Jitambue. So I do mentorship with youth and we empower youth to monetize their talents.
Okay. Kuna mtu ambaye anataka kujua labda a little bit of your educational background, pengine primary ulisoma wapi, high school ulisoma wapi, college ulisomea nini?
Okay. So actually I was not raised in Mombasa.
Okay.
I grew up in Nandi Hills. That's where I was born. In Nandi Hills, my dad was working there. So I went to school in Nandi Hills. I went to high school in Vokoli Girls. I studied online most of my things because I traveled to Saudi when I was very young.
Okay.
So, but what are my education backgrounds? I did early childhood management, which is a degree I had for early childhood management. I have a certificate working with kids with ADHD, and I have a diploma in cognitive behavior.
ADHD kwa ule mtazamaji pengine.
ADHD is watoto ambao wako na attention disorder problem. So I help them to be able to work with even the problem with their attention disorder. So I haven't been in Kenya, and I've been in Kenya the last 2 years. So that's what I've been doing in Dubai, working with kids mostly.
Oh, okay. Asoto nadhani labda pengine unatoka Mombasa, ulikulia Mombasa, ulifanya kila kitu Mombasa, kwa sababu siku hizi mtu ukisikia mtu yote unajua tu probably unatoka from coast. Let's talk about coaching. So coaching, kuna mtu pale nje yuelewa coaching labda the football perspective. Lakini life coaching aso huwa inamaanisha nini?
Okay. So life coaching actually is like I said, it's a journey of going on a self discovery. Wanasikia watu wengi wanasema jitambue.
Jitambue, yes.
Jijue wewe ni nani. So that's what we do in life coaching. Tunakuchukua katika hiyo journey of understanding who you are to what you want to do, to becoming the person that you want to become. So most of the time, I always like to tell people, as I say, I'm a life coach, but I'm also a transitional coach. I help you to transition from where you are to where you want to go. Mm-hmm. It's a bit different from a psychologist. Psychologist who goes back and try to find your history, but they don't help you to go
the next level.
To the next level. Mm-hmm. But coaching, we want you to go to the next level of your life. So if you are here and you feel stuck, how can I help you to go to the next level? And in that journey is actually going deeper to understand yourself. Mm-hmm. Go on a journey of understanding my limiting beliefs. Utoto wangu likuwaje? How am I affected by my environment? How do I get to understand my values? All those things. So it's all about you. Yeah, it's all about kujielewa and to understand what you want in life and to get to understand how can you present yourself to the world the best way that you can.
Kuna mtu pale nje ambaye yuwasikiza, lakini sasa hiyo umri wa kujitambua, at what age Chunaa nafaa kujitambua kwamba mimi hapa nilipo I need a life coach? Unajua nakulia, lakini na assume sana mtu we take our parents as our coaches. Mm-hmm. Lakini sasa the professional life coach ambaye mtu afaa anifanyie hiyo transition sasa, at what age do I need that life coach?
To be honest, haina miaka. Naweza kufanya na wewe, naweza kufanya na mtu na miaka 80. So for example, I work with women ambao wako 50 ambao they are transitioning from working to retirement. Mm-hmm. And anajisikia sasa mimi sijui nifanye nini after kufanya kazi. Mm-hmm. So haina exactly mwaka. Kuna watu ambao wanafanya life coaches ambao wanafanya na youth, ambao they help them to understand themselves better. Kama mimi nafanya na wanawake hata wasichana. Kwa hivyo life coaching doesn't have a specific time. It's just ikiwa sisi watu wazima mara nyingi nakuaga when I feel stuck. Na pengine nafanya kazi but I don't feel like I'm growing. Pengine ninajisikia kama sijielewi, I don't have clarity. So coaching actually is just a way of helping you have clarity. Kuna watu wengi wanafanya kazi, they are having a lot of income, but mtu haelewi maisha yake yanaenda wapi. So it doesn't have a certain age. It just time, kama ni watu yani young people, we actually help them to understand what they want in life. But ukiwa mtu mzima, it's you and having that nimesikia nimekwama, so how do I get to the next level? So ni kwa watu wazima mara nyingi utakuta ni wale watu ambao wanatafuta clarity. I'm looking kujikuza zaidi, maybe ninafanya kazi but I want to start a business na naogopa na sijui ni kwa nini, ama nafanya vitu but they are not working for me, so I won't keep it an age. Huwa nasema kwa watu wazima, somebody feels like I need the help, I want to grow, I want to change, so that's where we come in. How can we help you to become the better version of yourself?
Okay. Kutoka kwenye society ambayo tumetoka sana sisi huko pwani, especially women, since unadeal sana na wanawake, ni vigumu sana mtu kwenda kutafuta life coach am guide, especially sisi huko Mombasa. Why do you think it's so hard? Hatuchukuli like it's something sisi wajua kutopuzia sana hivyo maisha yatajipa yenyewe ama tuchukulia tu ni rahisi. Kwa nini wanawake sisi especially from coast ni ngumu sana mtu kutafuta mtu kama life coach kumguide kimaisha?
Okay, so I'll say from the experience ambao nimekuja hapa, wanawake wengi first of all they have no idea what a life coach is, kwa sababu ni kitu ambacho watu hawajakiongelea sana. And then most of it that kuna a lot of mentors than life coaches. So wengi wanaona hawajaelewa umuhimu, wanajua kujitambua but hawajaelewa umuhimu wa kwenda kuongea na mtu kueleza kujifahamu. So I think it's lack of awareness. Wengi hawajui kama there's a life coach na life coach anaweza kukufanyia nini. Wengi wanaenda katika these organizations, wanapata mentors and mentors help them, but they are not exposed to life coaching. So for the most ambao ni mimi ambao nimefanya nao, I just realized hawajui life coaching ni nini, and we are trying to make that awareness. A life coach is someone who can help you actually understand yourself better.
So mimi ni victim. I never knew that I wanted a life coach in my life. But mtu unataka mentor. So kuna mtu wale ambao pale nje you are jaribu kunini between a mentor and a life coach. Kindly tofautisha a mentor and a life coach.
Okay, so a mentor ni mtu ambaye akona skill ambayo anaenda through his own journey, anakufundisha according to the skill ambayo amepata ama experience ambayo yuko nayo, and he's going to take you for a long time of period. For example, he's a business guy ambaye amefanya biashara yake imekua, so anakufundisha kufanya hiyo biashara. When you come to a life coach, mimi I'm empowering you kujielewa. So I don't take you through my journey. I help you kujielewa wewe mwenyewe, so you define your own potential. So for mimi nafanya na kueleza wewe kujielewa mwenyewe na kuempower wewe ujielewe mwenyewe. So mentor ni mtu ambaye anafundisha skills. Mimi nakufundisha wewe kujielewa mwenyewe, kujua kile unachotaka individually.
Okay, sawa. It's a very interesting topic kwa sababu I'm discovering vitu ambavyo hata kwa sijui kama I need a life coach pia mimi. So when kuna kitu ambayo katika hii safari yako sasa ya coaching, especially from a community, tunajua hii tunajaribu kuleta vitu ambavyo community yetu inakosa ama community yetu inataka kuja, especially women from coast. Katika ile ule muda ambao umeinteract the 2 years there is ama ile time ambao umefanya kazi na client wako kwa Mombasa, ni shida gani ni area gani hasa exactly pengine unaweza kuzipinpoint wanawake wengi wa Mombasa wanahitaji life coach, ama ni matatizo gani ambayo unaweza kuyapoint ambaye wanawake wa Mombasa sana ama wa coast that is tunakosa such that tunahitaji life coach kwenye maisha yetu?
Okay, one nitasema society expectation. Wengi wetu tunaogopa, yani kwa wale watu ambao nimeenda nao coaching, most of them mtu anaogopa kuwa vile anavyotaka kwa sababu tunaogopa sana society vile inavyotuona. So our life is more entangled with society expectation. So when ukienda na coaching, when you do coaching with someone, the first thing and most of the things that I work with people is you have to associate yourself, ujitoe katika kubind sana society inafikiria nini. Kitu cha pili ni kuwa wengi wetu we are not curious to learn what is out there. So tunasoma zile vitu ambavyo tunajua na hatutaki akili zetu kuona vitu ambavyo viko zaidi ya pale sisi tunajua.
Like we're still in our comfort zones.
Yes, we are so much in our comfort zone and we are so much into copying each other.
Okay.
So unajua the purpose of life coaching is actually inakupatia space ya wewe kujijua wewe mwenyewe. So I don't have to be like you. We can all do all what we are doing, but mimi nitaifanya kivyangu with my own ability. Sasa sisi unakuta watu wakifanya biashara tunafanana. Because we are so much liking to be like each other. Sasa kama mimi wewe hujafanya, hauwezi taka kujua kuja kwangu kufanya kwa sababu fulani hajafanya. So I think most of the ladies ambao nimefanya now, it was a beautiful journey seeing them understanding I can be my own self and I don't have to be like anybody else.
I can still be in the same field na mtu fulani,
yes,
but I can be different.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't have to compete with anybody else because I have my own abilities and I don't have to fear what people think about me. I think one of the biggest thing about Chunaa Mombasa, we are so worried about what people will think about me. Kuna wengine wanakuja wanakwambia usiseme kama nilifanya. But after a while when she sees results anakwambia it's okay, unaweza kusema because I feel good. So I think one of the biggest thing is we care so much about what society thinks about us.
Ndio tatizo ambalo hata kibiashara pia we're not growing. Kama ni upande wa career pia bado tumejiweka kwenye comfort zone, hata mtu kwenda kurisk pia mtu anaogopa. Okay, moving on, kuna hizi zinaitwa life coaching plus hizi empowering programs ambazo it is allegedly ya kwamba we've been empowered too much to an extent sasa tumeturn into kuwa toxic feminists. Do you agree with that? Ama does life coaching inachangia mtu kuwa katika hiyo category ya kwamba she has been coached, she has been empowered, she has been mentored to an extent ya kwamba sasa wanawake wamekuwa toxic? Is it true?
I will not say it's true. I don't feel that for me empowerment is change. So wanawake wameingia in the field where wameanza kujielewa. And most of the women wameanza kujua their value in society. But what we are lacking is we are making empowerment with cultures that are not ours.
Okay.
So that combination inafanya watu wana miss the idea of how much I've been empowered and how much do I have to be authentic with who I am. So I don't feel there's too much empowerment because wanawake wamegrow, but kuna wanawake wengi ambao bado they are being held by society expectation, cultural barriers, ambao hawapati nafasi ya kujua potential yao. So I think at this generation where we are, you are here because you have been empowered to raise your voice. You are here because you can speak and create change. And that's what empowerment has done to women. So I don't think there's too much empowerment because empowerment has no end. It's a continuity where sisi bado wanawake tutataka kukua.
The higher we go, new experiences.
And mwanamke bado ana responsibility nyingi. So empowerment is a good thing. But what mimi naweza sema is there's a part of empowerment ambayo sisi tumejisahau pia. Tumekuwa empowered and then tumechukua culture zingine ambazo si zetu. So we don't know how to balance that. And when you come to life coaching, to be honest, life coaching inakufundisha vitu vingi sana. So if I give an example, we don't work on life coaching kukwambia you have to be a career woman and the only thing nataka utengeze pesa. When you come to me, I tap all areas of your life. Be it finance, even spirituality. My coaching, when they come, there's a part where we talk about how much are you connected with your religion and how much are you connected with yourself with spirituality.
Oh, so it's not just about kazi ama vitu vingine, but spiritual, financial.
When you're a coach, I deal with everything because your life is a balance. So if you are not meant only to be successful or you're not meant only to make money, but you're a woman, you're meant to be a mother. You need to know how to deal with my husband and my children. And sometimes we don't know even those relationships. They're the ones that are making us not become successful. So when you come to me as a coach, I don't just take you, I want you to become successful and make money. For me as a coach, when you come, I go holistically from your health to your finance, to your spirituality, to the people that you have around you. How can you become holistically built so that you can become a better version of yourself? So empowering you to become a better woman and become a better person. So life coaching helps you to become a better wife, a better mother, a better friend, a better businesswoman. That's all the life coaching is all about.
Is this something that you knew you would do?
To be honest, no.
How did it happen? How did you find yourself in this field? It's a very interesting field.
So life coaching to me happened to me. I always say it happened to me.
Okay.
So as I said, mimi nimetoka Kenya kitambo sana.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, as many people, went to look for greener pastures outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 2014 I came to Kenya and I realized I'm not growing.
Okay.
I'm not settled in life. And I was like, I came and met with some of my friends. So as I said, my friends are all, when I go for reunion, people go to Mombasa. I have to go to Nairobi because all my friends, up country.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I met with these beautiful ladies and everybody feels like they have family, they have a business, they're settled.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that you have in your mind, I'm working, but I want to have that growth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, success is not always making money, but having that settlement.
Having a family.
So
yes.
in 2014, when I came, I realized I'm not having that, though I'm being told that I'm in a place of opportunities. So that was like, I needed to understand what was my problem, what is wrong with me, why am I?
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Dubai telling myself I'm going to find what I'm missing in life. I think that's the question that I asked myself. Why am I in a greener pasture, but I'm not feeling that
contented and satisfied?
I'm not growing.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that is holding me back?
Mm-hmm.
So when I reached in Dubai, I got into motivational. I know people like going to listen to motivational speakers. Mm-hmm. It motivates you to do things. Then I went to a coaching session.
Mm-hmm.
So the coaching session was for me going on that journey, and I think I did it for 2 years. And then COVID came. Mm-hmm. And when COVID came, it changed the story of how people perceive life and all of that. So that's what put me in to start coaching people, because I already coached myself. I had already worked on it. I'd got a certificate. So I started helping people who are...
Oh, actually, you went to college too. You did a course of it.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So Kenyan Institute gani ambayo mtu anaweza kwenda kusomea life coaching?
Wallahi, in Kenya, I will not know because I didn't do in Kenya. But I know there are institutes in Nairobi ambazo wanafanya na ICF. Mm-hmm. So in Nairobi, I know ziko ambazo wanafanya NLP na ICF. In Mombasa, I don't know. I haven't heard of any college in Mombasa that teaches coaching. Mm-hmm. But in Nairobi, I know there is one.
Unajua mtu akisikia life coaching sana mtu anadhani ina fall under the psychology part.
No.
Does it?
No.
Doesn't.
No. It's a field on its own. So it's a field on its own. So for me, for example, mm-hmm. if mtu amesoma psychology, it's an added advantage because it helps you to deal more with it.
Field unapanua field unapanua
masomo.
So for me,
I did cognitive behaviors before I did coaching. Mm-hmm. So it helps me to know how to deal with my clients more. Mm-hmm. But coaching, kuna watu ambao wamefanya coaching just through their experiences. Mm-hmm. They went to learn about how to coach a person and they started coaching people. Mm-hmm. So most coaches, hata ukija kwangu when I coach you, mm-hmm. yes, I will use the other knowledge that I have, mm-hmm. but mostly is the experience and the journey that you took that you help people.
Okay.
So I don't know in Mombasa kama kuna college ambayo inafundisha life coaching, but I know there are a lot online that you can go online and learn. Like NLP is one of it that I did, and I can say it's a very good course for coaching. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you have family, right? Married with kids?
No.
Okay.
I was married, I was divorced, but I don't have kids.
It's okay. Mm. It's vitu vingine huwa it's not your fault ama vitu vingine that's hiyo ni kazi ya Mungu. So I was to ask you, how do you balance, like I thought you had kids ama family, so alikuwa nikuulize how do you balance your now, how do you balance your personal life plus with your work sasa?
Okay, so that's why I told you, as a life coach, when you come to life coaching, that is one of the aspects that we work with our clients. How do you create a personal balance and work balance? So for everything, I give a priority. Mm-hmm. That for me, everything is important. Mm-hmm. So for example, I just give an example about health. So most of the people will go lose weight because you're fat. Mm-hmm. And you used to lose weight because you're in the aruse. Mm-hmm. But for me, health turned to be something that I have to take care because I don't want to suffer from certain diseases. Mm-hmm. Okay. So going to the gym didn't become an obligation for me to look sexy. It became an obligation for me to feel healthy.
It's for your own personal benefits.
So when you balance your life, you have to prioritize everything in your life is important. That's why I say when you do coaching, we actually make you understand that every aspect of your life is important and you have to prioritize it. You have to give it time. So for me, there's time for working and there's time for myself. Like, have fun, give time for yourself.
You know, the me time.
Yeah, even if it's 10 minutes. I like call it fun and recreation. Do something that makes you energized. Do something that makes you reboost yourself. I love personal development. So personal development means there's a book I can read that helps me to think better. I have time, especially for my mom and my sisters, because those are my I always say they're my cheerleaders. Without them, you don't find you growing. Yeah. So you have to balance. Everything in your life is important. If you only choose career and finance, and I know those are the most important thing, you lack to have the other things that boost you. And most of the people feel they are stuck because they don't allow themselves to touch every aspect. That I told you, even spirituality, when you come to coaching, we ask, how much are you? I have my clients that we have a challenge now that we're doing to wake up for tahajjud, and we start doing other things, tahajjud and meditation and all of that. It's spiritual connection. You have to have that spiritual connection for you to have a balanced life.
Okay. So before to break kidogo, I have this question. We're in a society where we like pointing fingers. Kama venye ambavyo umesema you were once married then get divorced. In life coaching, have you ever met someone, especially mwanamke ambaye katika ile hali ya kujitambua, once in her life she was finger pointed ya kwamba she's the cause of her divorce ama kitu, ama mwenye personally, have you experienced that?
Yes, I'll say myself as an example. I think when I went in a divorce, I felt like that he was the cause of our marriage not being working because of a lot of reasons that I can put like 10 of them. But when I went through my journey, I realized marriage is a tango. It's like tango. We all both dance together. So what I learned in life coaching, I learned to take responsibility. So I was that person who was like, my marriage didn't work. I got a divorce because he did this and this and that. Until when I realized, no, it didn't work. Yes, he did 1, 2, 3, but there's a part that I played.
You also contributed.
And I contributed, and I had to take responsibility for it, so that when I go to the next relationship, I become a better wife and a better person. So yes, every person who comes for the first time, it's not even about marriage or anything. Everything. Sometimes you find people blaming everyone. Isn't that what we do? We blame the economy, we blame our parents, we blame everything. Until when you come to realize everything else is authentic and true, it is causing me to have a problem. But until I change, nothing is going to change. So the only time things change is when I change. So finger pointing is so much for the people, especially when you do not understand what is happening in your life. You're looking for clarity. When you feel like life is challenging you, you always find a reason to point a finger. So that's why when we do life coaching, we always tell you, forget about everybody else and go back to yourself. What do you want to do and become so that you can fight whatever is happening outside? Everything is in your mind. So the way you think about yourself is the way things happen outside. So that's why in life coaching, we work more on how the way you think, the way you see yourself, the way you speak to yourself, the way you understand yourself.
Okay, we are taking a short break. We'll be right back after the break. And welcome back. During the break, kuna vitu ambavyo tumevigusia vile vitatu, and it's quite, I relate to everything. Mi wanasema vitu vingi siku hizi niko victim. Anyway, coach, we were talking about hiyo sasa mtu kwenye maisha, mtu kujua kama unataka life coach. Na watu wengi, mtu mpaka kwenda kutafuta life coach ni mtu ajue kwamba anayo matatizo ambayo lazima ende akaface life coach. But then we are generation ambayo we come from different background. People have not healed, people have childhood traumas. Yani mtu zimejaa such that kwenda kutafuta life coach anaona kama ambaye people are not ready to open up, people are not ready to be coached, people are not ready to be helped. Watu kama sisi sasa utatuambia nini?
There's one thing that Bishop and the choir said. He said, most of us in life, we work so hard to prove that we can beat the pain that we incurred in life. Yeah, so we work so hard. Tambua wewe ulikuwa huwezi kuwa kitu, and you make yourself and work so hard and you become. But when you become that thing, the only thing you feel happy about is because these people will clap for me because I've shown them that I've become. But in the end of the day, it catches up with you, because if you don't heal, you will not know how to celebrate yourself. So it's not easy for somebody to know that I want to have a coach, but it's easy for someone to know that I need help to go to the next level. That I'm here. And if you don't work on yourself, for example, if you're always falling down and you're not succeeding, if you don't find a solution for that failure, you'll always be failing, isn't it? So what I'll say as a coach is this: nobody is ready to know that you have to find a coach, but everybody is ready to find growth. So if you find that you're not finding growth, it is not finding the coach, it's finding the help. And there's so many things that you can start doing. So I always tell people, you can start relating to yourself. You can start journaling. Journal about what you feel. Because everything, when you start opening a door of understanding what you feel, it leads you to want to become more, isn't it? So not everybody can want to know that I want to have a coach, but everybody knows that I have a need to become better. So when you have that need to become better, look for that help. Start doing something that is going to help you opening that door of you getting better.
Endelea. Okay. How do I nilikuwa nataka kusema sawa, nimejua katika maisha nataka life coach. I have a lot of things that I need to heal, I need to be coached. I am stuck. Kuna ile period ya maisha ambaye nothing is going on, how you are not growing, mshahara haukutoshi ama mshahara. Yaani wewe maisha yako tu, Mungu anasema mtu huko tu kama watermelon liko sokoni limekwa la ngoja kununuliwa. How do I even pinch myself ya kwamba naanzaje ni kwenda kwa life coach? Do we have securities ya kwamba unajua watu wengine tuko na trust issues, having a life coach? Coach Fatima anaweza trust na maisha yangu kweli?
When you come to me, there's a part where I'm not supposed to disclose anything that we are talking about.
Professionalism.
And I cannot even talk about professionalism. I cannot even come and talk like Mona became my client. So that is one thing that we will have to sign a contract so that you know that whatever we are talking about is between me and you.
Oh, kuna contract.
Yes. So I always have a contract that we sign with my client to know that whatever we are talking about is between me and them. And that's part of me. That is a job that I do. So I think when you have professionalism, you do respect the fact that someone has come to you. And for me, I know some of it is business, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But some of it, we do it for free. And even when you don't sign a contract with someone,
mm-hmm.
this is a journey where you're taking someone to come and find and understand herself. So I do respect the fact that you need that help and you need to transform yourself. So there's that professionalism that doesn't allow you to discuss about it. So if I know a lot of people are scared that people are going to judge me. And again, I'll come back to that story. We are so much scared of what other people are thinking about ourselves instead of thinking about how do I feel about myself. At the end of the day, people will always think. I always tell people, you can't change what people think about you. You can't change people's opinion, but your growth and your change is your duty. So people will think. Imagine you stay for 30 years being scared to heal yourself because of what people will think. What kind of life are you going to have? So the question is, do I have to be scared of what people are going to think about me, or do I have to serve myself? And the most powerful thing that you can change in your life is your mind, because your mind is everything. Your mindset is everything. When you change your perception of how you see life, you change the perception of the person that you become.
We are scared. As I said, we are in a generation where we faced a lot of things at umri mdogo. Some became responsible deputy parents at younger age. Some wengine waliolewa wakiwa na umri mdogo. So ni vitu ambavyo vimepile. Alafu sasa kitu kingine ni kwamba coach, we come from a generation ambayo speaking up as much as you are trying to speak out, to speak out ama speak up, lakini bado kuna ile ya kwamba the fear of unknown. Am I even ready to open up to Coach Fatima? Am I even ready to heal? Am I even, umesema hizo vitu they'll catch up.
Yeah, those things catch up with you. So let me give you an example. I did coaching when I was 38. And what I realized when I was doing my coaching, it is that I was failing so much in everything that I do and everything that I wanted to achieve in life, because I just felt like of one thing only. I just didn't feel I belonged. I just didn't feel like I am good enough, because that is the thing that I had in my mind from my childhood, because of the things that happened in my life. Yeah. So that thing of I'm not good enough, I don't belong. I have to, everything I do doesn't work for me, just made me go on a circle. Even when I was in a place where there's a lot of opportunity, that scarcity mindset didn't help me grow. Until when I shifted, then I knew that I became the person that I wanted to become. Okay, then this is what I will tell you. So for some people who are scared, we can share some things like journaling is a very good thing that you can do. So start journaling about your feelings, because when you bottle up those feelings, you're not allowing them to leave you. I gave you an example. If I am moving, most of you want to be successful. So if you're moving from Bamburi and coming to town, and then you carry everything from Bamburi to town. You don't throw even one thing out of from your house. Is the other house, even if it is it gonna be still cluttered? It's gonna have a lot of things, isn't it? So you need to clean, and part of cleaning is cleaning your mind. So sometimes it's hard to go meet people, and it's hard to go talk to people, but there are steps that you can start. So for me, I always say start journaling. Journaling is a powerful thing that can help you to relate with the way you feel, to relate with the emotions that you have. When you start having an outlet, it allows you now to want to speak about it more. So journal about your feelings. You have people, like for example, I know most of you are saying we don't have safe friends.
I don't have safe friends. I don't have. I'll find myself on TikTok live. Usiku nimefunguliwa live huko. No, is it sasa me feeling that insecure? Is it my problem or it's the society problem?
That's why I told you sometimes it's your experience that makes you feel like I can't trust everybody, because you've gone through that pain, isn't it?
Yes.
So when you work through that insecurity of not trusting people, you will find that you're finding people who are right for you, because right now you find everybody is untrustworthy.
Red flag, kila mtu, red flag.
Yeah? So until when you work with that,
Mm-hmm.
and that is not going to be only with friends. So imagine you want to have a partner, and in your mind, people are always going to hurt me.
Oh, that's why relationship hazimalizi hata mwezi mitatu zangu.
So you see, the way you I just told you, the way you perceive the world is the way the results that you get in your life. Your perception about life is what you see around you. So if I am so negative, I'm working with negativity, I am not good enough, people are going to betray me. You're always, that is what if you see Amir there, you just feel Amir is going to do something bad to me. But actually, Amir doesn't even think about that. That is your insecurity. That's why I tell you, it's going to catch up with you. Whether you work until you become successful, it's going to still affect you. I told someone the other day, I said, most of us want to do business and we forget that my business is a projection of me.
That is true. You see people are millionaire, but they're not even happy. Mtu ana stress, lakini ana kila kitu, lakini bado mtu ana stress. Kwa sababu there is a gap ndani ya mwili bado ndani ya roho yake bado hajaifeel bado. So 100% it is advisable watu waende life coach. Wewe mwenyewe ushawahi kwenda kwa life coach personally?
Me.
Mganga huwa hajigangi.
I have a life coach until now.
You do?
Yes. I do have a life coach until now. My journey to becoming a coach is I had to go through coaching for me to heal myself to become a coach. But even me right now, I have a coach who I go to every single month. Because as a human being, I have a lot of things that happen and I need to find someone who can help me. So for example, I just give you a very good example. I was working, I left my job and I came to Kenya. Now, shifting my mind from being an employer to becoming self-employed, and I'm used to having salary every month, and then that salary cuts off. That's not an easy journey. It actually gets into you, and then you come home and you feel like I was a person who you're the one who's used to do things, and then you cannot do them. That disturbs you. So I need someone who can help me to understand that journey. I need someone who can help me to see it in a different way. Otherwise, I'll go back to my negativity and I'll start feeling sorry about myself. So until now, I have a coach who coaches me.
Okay, so it is true kwamba mganga ajigangi, hata coach pia mwenyewe na coach wake. Mtu yuamini ya kwamba our generation saizi watu wasema the generation imechukulia kitu rahisi, na si makosa yetu, ni sana sana ni where we come from. Wengine we come from a background ambazo you are not given time to explain yourself, time to grow, time to nini, you are limited. Kwenye courses pia mwenyewe umefanya kuchaguliwa kwenda college, kufanya nini, yani vitu vingi vimekulimit such that unaanza maisha lakini bado una burden. You literally don't know where to start. Maisha haya mtu unatoka lakini you are 28, lakini unaweza kuamka asubuhi haujui uanze siku wapi. Maisha yanakuwa tu blank. Talk about that phase, alafu mtu anafaa afanye nini? Do we have coaches around us? Do we have available coaches ambao ni wengi ambao watatusaidia around us?
Yeah,
Mombasa, the country yote.
I think there's coaches. There's a lot of coaches. What I'd say is one of the things, I work with youth, so we work with a mentorship that we do.
Mm-hmm.
I love to tell people that everything that happens around us is valid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have people who support me, it's valid. I don't know what I want to do in my life, is valid. Every excuse that I give to myself is valid. But what you do about it is what matters, yeah? So our life is all choices. Right now, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Yes, but I can choose to learn from someone, or I go for those courses. I love that you guys go for those courses. But what do you do after getting that course is what matters. Because if I don't use the course, I don't use the knowledge that I have to create change to someone else, I don't grow. Okay, so you've got to come out of your comfort zone and stop having excuses. Yes, these things are going to happen, they're going to be there, and you can't change them. So one of the things when I work with people, I tell them you cannot change what has happened, you can learn from them. Because what has happened has brought you here, but it's not going to take you where you want to go, yeah? So learn from it. And then I cannot make the future unless I know how to live now. So live the moment. Use this moment to find something that is going to help you to relive your life. So make decisions that are going to help you turn. That means if I make a decision, I'm going to speak to a mentor. Even if it's hard, it's required, I'm going to do it. It means I didn't read a book. Can I try read a book that is going to help me understand? Now, when we talk about like coaching, there's so many books that you can read also that can help you improve in your mindset. So you have to start somewhere. I started reading a book, and the book that I read was called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I think the question, the second chapter asked the question of, how do you want your people to remember you? Kwa Wakristo wanasema when they read the urology, what do you want them to talk about, to say about you? And I think that was the major thing. My turning point is, how do I want people to remember me? And would I be someone who people will remember complaining, feeling sad? So it's the same thing. You've got to make that decision. Nobody's going to make it for you. Life is, everybody who has made it started where you are, but you make a decision. So everything is valid. What you do about it is what matters. So choose yourself. And if it means I'm going to talk to a coach, talk to a coach. Because if you don't change, nothing is going to change.
Kuna mtu labda pale iwajiuliza, ni kitu gani, unajua kila kitu kina turning point ya kwamba umeketi hivi lakini sasa mpaka nyumba imefungwa ndio ukumbuka have to pay rent. So ni kitu gani hasa ambacho wewe kilikuwa chanzo kikubwa cha wewe kutafuta coach? Your personal.
I felt lost. Exactly what you said. Like I didn't know what I want in life. I didn't know where to take with my life. I know nilikuwa kwa pahali where I'm supposed to be succeeding, but I was not succeeding. I was not growing. I had failed in everything that I did. Every business that I tried, I failed. I had failed in my marriage. So I was like, what else? I just wanted clarity. And it was as hard as you're saying, how do I go sit down and tell someone my life and all the mistakes that I've done in life? But that decision that I need to know. Me, the question is like, if I don't do it, what will happen to my life? And then picture yourself 5 years from now, how I will be. I'm going to be getting 40 complaining about the things that didn't happen. So for me, it was just making a decision to find me. I wanted to find me. I wanted to find what more can I do in my life.
So it's up to someone's decision ya kwamba nimeketi nothing is going on, so this is the time mwenyewe kutafuta life coach na kujijua. It's personal decision, isn't it?
So let's say whatever has happened between your parents and you has happened, whatever has happened with you, with your community has happened, but if you still live with what they did or what happened, you're still going to be holding on to the pain, isn't it? So what do you want? The question is, what do I want? And I think the big question is, who am I? Who am I really? Am I a complainer? Because if you find somebody hata ambaye anafanya kazi, ukimuuliza who are you, atakwambia kazi ile anafanya, atakwambia yule mtu anapenda, na atakwambia zile vitu uko nazo, but they can't actually define akwambie who am I unless they've gone on the journey of kujielewa, si ndio? So as a youth, I will say, you've got to choose you. Despite what is happening, choose you, work on you. You change, everything will change.
Life coach anaweza heal maisha ya mtu.
Yes.
Vipi?
When you get when you get to understand, for example, now you don't have clarity. When you get clarity, you start doing the things that you want to do. When you choose to work on and heal from your whatever pain that you're going through, when you start becoming the person that you want to become, that is healing. That's how we help you. We help you tap into your potential. You see, all of us has something that we're good at. There's nobody who doesn't have anything. All of us has something that we're good at, but we just don't allow ourselves to tap and take it because of what you said, trauma, the fear, the doubts that we have, the mindset. Most of us, especially since I'm out of Africa, we live in a survival mode. We are all living in the survival mode. Nobody is telling us that you can live life. You're survival. But when you start living, you live according to what you want. It's not about what is happening outside. When I work on my inner world, you see, this is the connection. My mind and my physical body, they are connected. The way I feel in my mind is the way I will represent myself outside.
So life coaches wanaweza kuhila. Kuna watu wengi sana mtu ambaye anaogopa kwenda kwa life coach, anaona kama ambaye I don't know, ni turudi pale tu ni the fear of unknown. People are not ready to talk about things. People are not ready to open up. People are not ready to heal. People are not ready to do everything. So as I went through your social media pages, niliona you are doing mentorship programs, mentoring youth. Talk about it.
So one of the things that I do, I said I work with women, and I work with women in transitioning. Where you are right now, where do you want to go? How do I help you become the woman that you want to become? That's what I do. So tapping your potential. If you want to start a business and you feel like I'm stuck, I help you. And the other part that I do is, I said I'm the co-founder of Mombasa Jitambue, and we are working with youth to utilize their talents. So what we do is we take them on it's like a coaching, we call it a mentorship program, but for 3 months that we allow them to go on that process of really understanding who they are, their journey of self-discovery, and then they choose what they want to do. If it's a book, if it's a whatever, baking, the talent that they want to utilize, and they work with it. So that's what I do mostly. I love empowering women. I do events where I empower women. So sometimes I do on webinars. I love inviting different kind of people who have different ideas that they can work with women. So I think my life is rotated about coaching and transformation.
Tukimalizia manake you have a few minutes. What difference have you made kwanzia uanze hii?
So for me, I'll say I have a lot of, it's happy to see a woman understanding what she wants. That you work with a woman and she can actually come and tell you, I am happy to be myself. I'm not scared to express my feelings. I'm not scared to have start my business. I've built my confidence and I'm speaking to people. So I'd say that is the difference that I've made, is I've helped women just discover what they want to do. And I'm proud that every client that I've worked with has done something and they have actually started to improve their lives. So
that's very satisfying.
yes, it is.
Okay, thank you so much. Lakini tukimalizia mtu akitaka pengine your services anazipata wapi? Labda kuna mtu pale akaangalia hii video atasema I really wanted that coach in my life, lakini sijui nitampata wapi? Do you have office? Do you have unapatikana wapi yani?
At the moment they can meet me online on my Instagram. They can find me on my Instagram, my WhatsApp number. So they can WhatsApp me and they can DM me on my Instagram.
Unajita
Coach Tima.
Coach Tima. Thank you so much for coming. It has been a session where I never knew I wanted this. Then now nimejua kama nafaa kuwa na coach. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Tutakutana baadaye kule nyuma. Okay, it has been a good session. By the way, I've learned a lot. It has opened a lot. Amegusia vitu vingi ambavyo anyway, tutahili tu pole pole. This is your voice with Chunaa Salim. Kama kawaida usisahau kufuatilia mitandao yetu ya kijamii, that is at Let's Avoid Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube. Until next time, bye bye.